You ever watch a game where one moment completely flips everything? That's exactly what happened in Sheffield Wednesday's Carabao Cup clash against Bolton. A 1-0 win, a red card, and a substitute writing his name in the headlines. This match had all the drama. But let's dig deeper, because the real story isn't just about the scoreline. It's about how vulnerability turns into resilience, and why a single tactical switch can redefine a team's entire season. First off, let's talk about that red card. Xavier Simons' brain explosion, yes, I'm calling it that, was the kind of moment that makes referees look like puppet masters. 1 minute, Bolton's hanging in there despite looking like a team that forgot how to pass. Next, they're down to 10 men, and Wednesday smell blood. But here's what fascinates me. How often does a non-footballing moment become the decisive act? Simon's elbow wasn't just a mistake, it was a psychological dagger. And from my perspective, that's where Wednesday's Real win started. Because when you're a man up, it's not just about extra legs. It's about breaking the opponent's spirit. And Wednesday did that masterfully. Now, let's dissect Jamal Lowe's goal. Coming on at 70 minutes, scoring immediately, that's the kind of Hollywood timing that separates solid squad player from cult hero. But here's the twist. His finish was beautiful, yes, but the real genius? Bannan's pass. That diagonal? Surgical. It's the kind of play that makes you wonder, why isn't this guy getting more hype? Bannan's the puppeteer here, and Lowe's just the willing accomplice. And honestly, that goal encapsulates Wednesday's entire strategy: patience, precision, and punishing mistakes. Because let's be real, Bolton weren't just down to 10 men. They were down mentally the second that red card dropped. The player ratings, though? Let's not treat these like a checklist. Swinkels getting a 7, yeah, he had that man of the match buzz. But what stood out to me wasn't just his defending. It was those pinpoint diagonals. That's the kind of thing that builds momentum. And Valerie's 6? To me, that's a show me more grade. His attacking runs looked promising, but was he solid enough at the back? Because in knockout games, inconsistency bites. And Otegbeo's 5? Look, pre-season rust happens, but here's the question: can Wednesday afford to wait for him to find form? Or does this performance scream need a new centre-back? Here's the bigger picture: this wasn't just a cup win. It was a stress test. Bolton, for all their early chances, crumbled under pressure. Wednesday? They adapted. They weathered the storm, then struck when it mattered. And if you take a step back, that red card wasn't luck, it was inevitability. Because when you're a championship side facing League One opposition, the margin isn't just one man. It's mentality. And Wednesday proved they've got the grit to capitalize. So what's next? For Bolton, a reality check. For Wednesday, a chance to build belief. But here's my closing thought: how often do we underestimate the psychology of a comeback? This team wasn't just playing against Bolton. They were battling expectations, early vulnerability, and the ticking clock of a cup tie. And they won. Not just on the scoreline, but in every intangible way that matters. What does this say about their playoff ambitions? Let me know your take in the comments, because trust me, this one game might be the blueprint for their whole season.